Now, behind your chair is a box. Open the box, read the card, and then take out the possession.
It's a beautiful box.
Yeah.
I like it.
Look at that. This is entertainment.
Yes. This is my cape. I used to put it on, pretend I was Doctor Who, and head into my TARDIS. Or, as my parents called it, the airing cupboard.
Put the cape on.
All right. It is.
Come, feel free, David. Come and use the floor space.
Right.
Think back to your dancing days. Come out and use the floor. You could have a glamorous assistant in the form of Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda, would you help David get into his cape?
Hang on.
Am I
Can we
doing
put this over there?
That's what I'm thinking.
Hold it in place.
There we go.
That fits.
There.
That actually fits you really well. Were you exactly the same size as a child?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see you properly, David. Could you come and stand in front of me and twirl round? So you just...
Lovely.
Yes, that's
That
actually...
is a much
and how
needed
old?
reminder of the
How old were
magician.
you? When was this?
I think...
This is how I picture you walking round your house now.
How old was I? I think at the time I was first given this cape, I think I was about maybe 10.
10 in that cape.
Maybe 9. It was too big for me initially.
Right.
Hang on a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When you were 9, so to give us an idea of the height, go down, just go give us knees, and we'll see how much it would have dragged. So that would have been you as...
Hang on, it's
Have
rock.
your shoes for a second.
Rocking.
Can I take this off?
What are you doing?
Well, your shoes.
Oh, I see. Right, sorry, yes,
idea how you might have looked in those days.
Yeah. This is how the police do sort of ageing profiling.
Yes.
What would he have looked like a few years
Just
ago?
get yourself on. Hang on, this one's going to...
There we go. It'll be...
Did you say your mum and dad got you this cape?
My mum made it.
Your mum made it?
Yeah.
But
Even
if
though
she made it for you, had she no idea what size it should be?
Were you a close family, David?
Why is he getting cramp in my knee?
You can go back to your seat.
Yeah.
I give you permission.
You look like a very middle-class disgruntled Dracula. I didn't get any blood tonight. I'll just shrug back to my chair and bite some virgin's neck tomorrow, I suppose.
So what do you think, Lee? Is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think, Barry?
Not a shred of truth.
You don't think? I think it could be true.
It sounds incredibly likely. In fact, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if this is a habit that's actually finished. I imagine he's...
So Barry says a lie.
I'm the odd one out here, aren't I?
You say true.
I hope it's true. I think it's lovely.
I think it's lovely as well, so I'll say it's true.
You're going to say true.
All right.
David, truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes, it's true. David used to wear his cape and pretend he was Doctor Who.
I had a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes.
True. On we go.
What do you reckon?
And that special way was?
I had 2 ways of communicating with Captain Kirk. One was with a little calculator that, when you it had a sort of leatherette case, and when you flipped it open, it was, to my child's eyes, uncannily identical to a Star Trek communicator. Of the old sort, we're talking pre-nipple punch.
Did you do this, David?
It's more sort of...
Yeah, no. It would open with... It would go... And then it would go... And you press the button, Kirk to Enterprise, and it would go...
Oh, yes, that's the secondary noise.
Just a question. Did you two ever have girlfriends?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, in all honesty. As a child, did you?
No.
No. It was a great noise, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very comforting.
It was,
That kept me company. Who needs people?
Exactly.
And what was the second way?
The second way was I would sort of converse a bit with the characters on the screen while it was happening. So join in, slip in. Oh, that's good thoughts, Captain Kirk. Don't interrupt me, Spock. I'm talking.
Do you know the characters of the famous Star Trek?
Yeah.
There's
Uhuru, what did she call
Uhuru.
Uhuru, yeah.
Sulu.
Sulu.
Chekhov.
Bones.
Bones, yes.
McCoy, actually, properly.
Rob, have you ever refereed anything before? You'd make a terrible referee at football. Why don't you try kicking it in the top left?
Right, what are you going to say then, Lee? What do you think?
It's the bit that rings most true, actually, about all of this was when he went, I flipped it open. Because I remember those calculators. They used to have a little thing.
There's no doubt, yeah.
And did you do the old thing where it spells boobies when you turn it upside down? You didn't know what they were. OK, so...
Is David telling the truth, Lee? What do you reckon?
Right, OK. Do we believe David, as a small child, would be so lonely and sad that he would have to use his calculator?
Yes, yes, we do, yeah.
You're saying it's true?
We're saying it's true.
You sure? OK. David, is it true or is it a lie?
I prefer the word imaginative to lonely, but yes, it's true.
Yes, it's true. As a child, David did have a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes. David particularly liked Leonard Nimoy. That odd life form obsessed with logic would tune in each week to watch Mr. Spock.
Oh, yes. I've had to prise open my bedroom door for the last 2 years, ever since the door handle fell off.
What do you use to prise open the door?
Just my fingernails. And you have to go to the top of the door jamb.
Is it an out or a... No,
it depends which side.
Do you live on your own?
I can answer that.
I have a flatmate, but it's just my bedroom, yeah.
It's only you that has the inconvenience.
So you have to do...
I'm absolutely the only person who ever needs to get in or out.
He speaks to me with a stare, and I don't know...
That's just, you know,
Don't
a
say
look of
anything.
resignation.
Why haven't you just whipped out a knob and affixed it to the entrance?
Basically, it's not really... You can't just screw it back on because the holes that the screws...
The thread's gone.
That's it!
Keely, speaking as the only woman, in your single days before you settled down...
Oh, God.
And
yes.
you'd have been met as David and you'd be getting on like a wildfire and he said, well, why don't you come back to my... I know you don't like this. I know you don't like it. It's either this or Ronnie Corbett. Right. Why don't you come back to my apartment and we could settle down and have a game of Boggle? So you go there, and he said, well, why don't we go upstairs? And you go upstairs and you get to the door and there's no handle or knob. Would that put you off?
This actually happened to me once.
David! You're a dark horse.
I don't remember.
I stayed over, and when I got up in the morning to leave, I couldn't get out. And I didn't know where I was.
You didn't know where you were?
Wow, really?
I had to ring the fire brigade.
I think I should say, at this point, this was not at my house.
And they had to come and put a ladder up to the window and give me a fireman's lift out.
Where was the man who you'd gone back with?
He'd gone to work.
He'd gone to work and locked you in for later.
Didn't know.
She'll keep till I get back. Wow. OK, what are you going to say, Lee?
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
It looks like a man that's got well-maintained doors.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a lie.
OK, then we'll say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. David Mitchell, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is, in fact, true. The only concert I have ever been to was by Shirley Bassey.
And where was that?
It was at the bit of Wembley that's not a football stadium, but is nevertheless a very large
The
room.
tube station?
No, I think the arena.
The arena? Mm-hmm. And who did you go with?
I went with a friend of mine called John.
And what period was this?
It was the 18th century. I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago.
Was she surprisingly good?
She was pretty good. She was incredibly loud.
I don't expect that, do you, at a concert?
Can you remember any of the songs she sang?
I think she sang all the, like, Goldfinch. She definitely sang Diamonds Are Forever as well. And
I can't help thinking you know nothing about Shirley Bassey, but you've watched a lot of James Bond films.
I can't believe you've never been to a classical concert.
OK.
So what do you think, Lee? It's
I'm
it's a curious
I don't
one.
know. I can believe David doesn't strike me as the type of person that
would go to loads of gigs.
Yeah, so it is possible that he's not been to a concert before. It's a lie.
Yeah.
What do you think, Gabby?
He's very clever, though, isn't he?
Well, he's not that clever. I mean, he's... It's all a facade. I'm actually the clever one.
The gut.
This is an act. When we go backstage, I'm like, David, marvellous performance, and he's like, ah, they fell for it again, didn't they? So we're saying...
I think, like you, it's a lie.
OK, my team say it's a lie, so we'll say that that is indeed a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. OK, David, is it true?
It is true.
Oh! In this tin, I have placed stolen... You don't mind me doing it with an accent, do you? In this tin, I have placed stolen diamonds.
Oh, are you going to do it with an accent?
I would never claim to have your range as an actor, David. Shall I do posh and repressed or repressed and posh?
When I was little, I used to dress myself as an 18th century nobleman.
Yeah, you definitely did. Look at him.
Yes. Why? Yeah. Well, fun.
What did you wear, yeah?
Well, it wasn't perfect. It basically involved tucking my trousers into my sort of knee-length socks and tying a bit of string around a small mac to make it more like a kind of tailcoat. I'll be honest with you, I could have wandered into a costume drama and people would have gone, that's not right.
What did you do when you were dressed up?
I had a sword.
Ah, right. Did you have sword fights?
Sort of with the air.
No shield?
No, they didn't. No, it's not that. In the 18th century... No, that's all wrong. Shield? No.
What do you think, Lauren?
Yeah, totally. It's David. Yeah, definitely.
Graham?
I think it's true, yeah. I can just see him in his little mat. Lee?
I don't know. It's too David. Too obvious, you know what I mean? I'm reluctant to say yes, but I will go with the team. David, I believe you are telling the truth.
OK, David.
Well, it is, in fact, true. As a child, at my grandparents' house, I had a little bell that I would ring if I wanted anything.
Lee,
why did you have a bell?
Well, there was a bell. It was a pre-existent bell. There was a bell in the house, and I liked it.
Only at the grandparents' house?
Yes.
Not at home?
Because your parents didn't play that shit.
Yeah. At home, you just sort of went... So how old were you?
About 6.
What were the things you wanted when you rang the bell?
More chips. A glass of orange squash. Sense of purpose in life.
Was it both grandmother and grandfather that would come and wait on you hand and foot, or was it just one or the other?
I was a small child. I was indulged to a certain extent, but then also to a certain extent there was, can you actually just stop ringing your bell now? OK.
So, Lee's team, what do you think?
The parents could easily have had a bell, and the little brat could have just...
I liked the bell. I liked ringing the bell.
He liked ringing the bell. Is it true or is it a lie?
Reginald, delicious hunter.
Well, sausage roll, I believe that there's a simplicity to the story that rings true.
I'll go with that.
Go on, then. We'll say that that's true.
You're saying it's true. David, is it true or is it a lie?
Well, it is, in fact, true.
Yes. Yes, it's true. As a child, David's grandparents' house did have a little bell that he would ring if he wanted anything. Ding-a-ling. Could I have a posher upbringing, please?
That's a remarkable impression, because it has the advantage of also sounding quite a lot like Ken Livingstone.
I thought that was a good one.
Possession.
Ah, well, you have to reach under your desk and lift out your box.
OK.
Yeah?
This is a letter rejecting me from a job at McDonald's.
Lee, what do you reckon?
Could you read it out to us, please, David?
Reference CM1156/P. Dear David, thank you for your recent application to work at the Abingdon branch. Unfortunately, at this time, your application has not been successful. Thank you for your interest in our company. Yours sincerely, Martin Danks.
And when was it dated, please?
It's dated the 19th of July, 1990.
And you will have been...
I will have been...
mortified.
Yes. I never really bounced back from that. I would have been just 16.
Does that add up, Carol?
He's 52.
At heart, yes.
I don't want to bring back unhappy memories for you, but what did you feel you could have brought to the company?
A certain nervous energy. A culinary snobbishness that is lacking in that company.
It's lacking.
A fear of interacting with customers. And an equal fear of frying chips.
I think Dave could have closed them down just by having people come and go, "Gives a burger." You don't want a burger, my friend.
I would not at that age have had the confidence to refer to someone as my friend in that way. Why? Don't look at my face.
What do you think, Carol?
I think it's a lie, but I don't want to sway you on this because we need the points.
I reckon he's kept it. He's a peculiar mystery. Look at him.
Yeah. This is why I don't like people looking at my face.
So, Lee, you're saying...
I have to say that I think that's probably...
True, it's true, it's true, it's true.
It's a lie.
I say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie? OK, David, time to own up.
It is, in fact, a lie.
Nice work,
It's a lie. Because David has never even been to McDonald's, although he was...
Of course I've been to McDonald's.
The best thing that the next joke is, he went to visit Lee.
Can I please be allowed to read the auto-cue joke?
Okay.
David has never even been, although he was once mildly tempted to pop in and sample their short-lived McPheasant zinger.
Excellent. Good work.
Now characterising you as...
joke computer.